welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here at EBAday 2018 in Munich. Joining me now is Nadish Lad from Volante and we're discussing open banking. Nadish, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
My pleasure, Hannah.
Firstly, setting the scene, could you tell me what is the open banking marketplace looking like at the moment?
What we are seeing in the market right now is it's all about compliance at this moment. There's been a strong deadline which has been issued. Everyone is rushing to meet those deadlines. As a part of that, certain banks are making a lot of changes to their systems, operations, all these aspects. But yeah, the primary focus at this moment is all about being compliant. That's what we are seeing right now.
And with that, there are no doubt challenges. What challenges do you see banks facing when implementing open banking?
Actually, it's quite interesting. A lot of people, everyone talks about APIs, for example, when you talk about open banking. But actually, the challenge is not about APIs. It is not about creating APIs and exposing them. It is about executing those APIs. It is about the functional aspects of how do you satisfy an API. And that's where the complexity lies, especially with banks who have got some legacy platforms. Exposing an API is probably the easiest part of it. It's actually completing the functionality of that API. That's the problem. I think that's the biggest challenge.
All right, and following on from that, what are some of the options banks have for implementing open banking?
We are seeing different banks based on geography, based on size. What we are seeing is some of them are actually doing things in-house. Some of them are looking at out-of-box solutions. That's where, for example, we are coming in. A lot of banks who do not wish to undertake massive projects, launch a big IT project. What we are seeing is a lot of them are coming to organizations like us at Volante, where our open banking solution can make them compliant quite quickly, quite easily in time for the deadline. So we are seeing a mix. At least the bigger banks we have seen, they've gone ahead and built things themselves. But in the smaller banks, we are seeing a lot of them actually trying to use out-of-box solutions like us.
And finally, it's all very well being open banking ready, but how can banks commercialize it to get a return on such an investment and grow revenues?
That's the million-dollar question, actually. What is going to be the ROI on this? I think open banking on its own is not your revenue generator. It is about trying to combine open banking with things like real-time payments, things like faster payments. The key aspect that open banking is enabling is it's a method by which you can extract or you can move, you can initiate funds, you can of course be aggregators and all those things. But the key thing is when you start tying these open banking with real-time payments, thinking about cross-border real-time payments, when you try to combine these, that's where we believe there's a lot of new product propositions coming around which can be quite big revenue generators, especially in partnership with fintechs. And that's where we think the revenue lies when you tie all these things together. That's where you get a product proposition out of it.
Well, it's certainly an exciting space to be looking out for. Nadish, this has been great. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Hannah.
And thank you for watching.